Welcome to Hashtag Tokyo, the show that offers you Tokyo sightseeing information hot off the press and ready to use. We source our stories by hashtags from pictures and comments in overseas travelers' social media posts. Join us for a virtual tour of Tokyo based on the experiences of real tourists. Today's keyword is hashtag Harajuku. This time we're taking you on a tour of one of Tokyo's coolest places that foreign visitors simply can't resist. Takeshita Street, just in front of Harajuku Station, is a trend-setting hub for youth in Japan. It's also known as the focal point for the cute and lovely Kawaii culture that has taken off around the globe. So let's explore some of this area's hotspots through the lens of the Harajuku Kawaii tour that has a perfect score on TripAdvisor. Our starting point is JR Harajuku Station.
Hi, we're Harajuku Kawaii tour.
Our guide, Ai, is dressed in typical Lolita style. The 3-hour tour options are a standard course for 8,000 yen and a private tour you can tailor to your preferences for 20,000 yen, both with an English-speaking guide. Remember to book ahead online. We'll be experiencing the latest Kawaii culture with our expert Lolita guide.
You okay?
Sophia Sayuri.
Sophia, so Gabrielle and Sophia.
Joining us is a family from Brazil.
This is the Harajuku Station building. It was built in 1924, and it's the oldest wooden station building in Tokyo. And it's in a medieval English architecture style.
Leaving the station behind, we come to Kawaii Central, Takeshita Street. This 350-meter strip has given birth to countless trends over the years. Since the 1970s, the latest in youth fashion, gourmet, and entertainment trends have emerged here.
Some shops close in a few years, but some stay over 30 to 40 years.
In the battle to keep up with trends, shops here can come and go in no time. Ai introduces some popular spots among girls.
And this is Wigo, a popular clothing store among teenage girls. The prices are pretty reasonable, so yeah, easy to buy. Can you see the pink sign saying Paris Kids? So most of the prices are 324 yen, which is really easy to buy for children.
Girls like collecting these kinds of affordable accessories to produce their own personal version of kawaii. Further along, we find a hashtag, hashtag sweets. They're an essential item in any kawaii culture catalog. Marion Crepes opened back in 1976 and pioneered the rolled crepe in Japan. It immediately started a crepe boom and made the sweet indulgence synonymous with Harajuku. Another kawaii sweet treat is currently trending amidst the ample competition here.
To the right on the second floor is Toddy Candy Factory, which provides colorful, cute cotton candies.
Apart from its multicolored hues, another feature makes this candy a photographer's delight. Let's order one and see. layer upon layer upon colored layer of cotton candy is spun to produce a 45-centimeter cone. 5 different fruit flavors merge in a rather large mouthful. At 900 yen a piece, the store sells as many as 600 in a day. This multicolored gobsmacker attracts considerable attention, serving to make it a standard Harajuku Kawaii purchase. We cross Meiji-dori Avenue to move on to the back streets of Harajuku. Our next hashtag appears, #clock. It's a well-known symbol of Harajuku Kawaii style.
I would like you to look at this international clock, which is made by Sebastian Masuda, one of the leading artists in Harajuku.
This pastel-colored clock is crammed full of things the artist sees as kawaii. The concentration of so many random items is his expression of the kawaii concept. Art director Sebastian Masuda has been a leading figure in shaping Harajuku Kawaii. His own art and direction of other artists, including the internationally famous singer Kyari Pamyu Pamyu, has helped spread it around the world. Next, we head to a cafe where you can experience Masuda's vision.
So we're going inside the stomach of that monster.
The multicolored interior is divided into 4 uniquely styled zones. The mushroom disco features giant fungi, while the milk stand is decorated with a range of milk-sipping animals. Patrons can choose their tables from the array of one-of-a-kind spaces. The menu is out there too. The house special cake is colorful as a rainbow. The cream around the cake is cheese-flavored with a distinctive tang to it. The recommended pasta is another rainbow visual. It might not look like it, but it tastes like spicy pepperoncino. Try eating it with the different sauces, like blue butter and chili tomato.
We like all the colors, the food, all the taste, smells.
We're from Australia, we don't get food like this, so it's pretty cool, a lot of colours, tastes really good. Yeah.
There's also a dance show enabling you to sample every aspect of the Kawaii universe.
We are from Seattle, #Tokyo.
We leave the tour now to visit a spot that's quite the hit with overseas tourists. The Ota Memorial Museum of Art is tucked away in a lane behind Omotesando. It ranks number 17 on the TripAdvisor Tokyo Metropolitan Favorites list. The museum has one of the biggest collections of ukiyo-e prints in Tokyo. It costs 700 yen to enter. They have a different theme for exhibits each month. We view women's fashion from the 17th to mid-19th centuries. How did women back then create the latest looks for themselves? Take this woman's hair. She has an array of ornaments that hold it in place. These examples are made of expensive materials and multi-layered to convey the elevated status of the wearer. Now take a look at her waist. There are richly colored cords hanging from her sash. These creative accessories provide flutters of color as she walks. The focus here is lips. Only the lower lip is painted with iridescent lip color, showing a careful attention to detail in presenting one's most radiant self.
他の女性たちとは違うアイデア、だったりを非常に競い合っていたんだろうなっていうのは、思われます。
The grooming efforts of these women share a common thread with the Harajuku Kawaii fashion culture of today.
We are from India. Hashtag Tokyo.
In the final stop of our tour, we head to a place our guide tells us is full of kawaii.
It's a shop themed on Alice in Wonderland.
The first floor sells sweets and candy. The second has small accessories. And the third features bags and hats. After entering through the tiny doorway, you feel just like the shrunken Alice. A fantasy world also awaits inside. Climb the narrow staircase, and the mysteriously articulate Cheshire Cat appears. In a corner of the third floor, the Dormouse's house. There are 20 different Wonderland features to discover as you wander the building. The candy section has a special treat to sample. A drink inspired by the one Alice imbibed to shrink down in size. Other items for sale also reflect Lewis Carroll's Wonderland. A visit here transports you right into Alice's world. And finally, an extra special seat in the house, the Red Queen's throne. Feel like royalty when you take a seat. It's a popular spot for a social media snap. After 3 hours, our Kawaii tour has come to an end. What was the group's impression?
So this is the end of our Harajuku Kawaii tour.
There are many things inside the culture of Kawaii that's not only regarding child, and I think this is Kawaii. Thank you, bye-bye.
Have a nice day for the rest of
Come discover Kawaii in Harajuku.
Enjoy, bye.
In winter, the avenue leading from Harajuku Station becomes a fantasy scene of lights. Lined with 150 Zelkova trees, the street is a site for holiday illuminations. There will always be something new to discover in Harajuku. Check out the show's Facebook page for more details.